G'day everyone, Ali here. Well, I've got this stamp set here and I purchased it from AliExpress, and I've also got this Crafter's Choice paper pad that I purchased from my local Spotlight store. Now I've picked out some dies already, which I am going to use in conjunction. So I've got my VersaFine Black Onyx ink here, and I'm going to pick some paper from this paper pad. What I want to do is I am going to paper cut out these girl stamps here. So I think what I'm going to do is use this colour here, or this paper here, as a bit of a background. And I'm just going through. This paper pad is a really lovely paper pad. So there's bolder colours, bigger prints, smaller prints, and so forth. So this is really nice here, and this purple card here, which I'm going to use as my mounting card, could work with this for the dress. But I really do like this one here, which I think will be a better match. So I'm just going to use these two patterned pages. Now before I start, I'm just going to cut all my cardstock to the desired sizes that I want. Now there's no right way or wrong way to measure your cardstock or your mounting cards. I just lay it on top of the card, and then I just use a pencil and just mark where I want to just trim off the card. I just find this a lot easier for myself. You may have another way of doing this. Now this is not my idea. I saw this on Pinterest and I really loved this idea, as I already had this stamp set. So I'm just going to stamp the girl onto this coloured paper here, and then I'll just make sure that it's all dry. So I'll just pop that aside. Now I also want to stamp this girl onto some white cardstock, but because my stamp is already wet, what I'll do is I've got some acetate here that I use for other stuff, and I just lay that on top of my cardstock. This protects the card from getting marked. So now with the stamped patterned paper, I'm just going to cut out this girl's dress, and I'm going to cut inside the lines. So I'll do her dress and her hat. Now I've got an oval die here which I'm just going to cut out my white cardstock with the stamped image on. Now I am making 2 cards at once. I just find it a lot easier to do when I do make cards. Now all I've got to do is just use some gel medium just to glue the dresses over the stamped images here. It gives it a bit of a 3D effect as well, I think. Now I've got this framelit die here, and this stamp set also comes with some sentiments. So because I'm making 2 cards, I'm going to stamp 2 sentiments. So I'm just going to stamp this on some white cardstock. Now I am using VersaFine Black Onyx ink, and with this ink it does stay wet a little bit longer. So I will be using my Ranger's Superfine embossing powder in clear just to finish off the sentiment. And now I'll just use this die here just to cut out these sentiments. Now I'm using the same coloured purple for my background, and I've just used a scalloped oval die. All I've got left now is to pull this card together, and then I'm finished. I'm just using a bit of distressed ink in Wilted Violet just to put a little bit of ink around my sentiment here, just to make it pop a little. Sometimes to get some inspiration, you do need to just see what everybody else is doing. So I look for my inspiration on Pinterest, YouTube, and just see what other crafters out there are doing. So that's my card finished for today, and as I mentioned, this is no way my idea, but I just loved the simpleness of this card. I hope this has inspired you as it did me. If you have liked this, please give me the thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel, and until next time, happy crafting. See ya!